So where are we?
We are in Martyr Square. That's the heart of Beirut downtown. If you had come here before the civil war, this was really the main bus station of the country. Everyone arrived to Beirut here. It was bustling. And look at it when I say empty jewel. There's nothing happening here. There's no people, there's no public transport, there's no businesses. It was an empty parking lot waiting for someone to purchase it so that they can build another empty building. This is a statue that was built by the protesters, and it was built out of the material of the tents that were destroyed at some point.
What is it? Phoenix rising out of the ashes?
Yes, that's the idea.
Phoenix rising out of the ashes. Okay, well, what is it they want? What is it you all want?
Oh, I mean, we want a country that's functional, a place where we can live.
What is it you want to get rid of the existing government and replace it with what?
Replace it with people who are competent, who have some independence from the existing political elite that has run the country for the last 30, 40 years and has really not managed to put forward any kind of national development policy. Look at what happened. The country's bankrupt. The banks are not allowing people to get their money. The debt is massive.
But you would agree that in the short term, you're going to have to continue with pretty much the same bunch because they're the ones who know how to run things.
Look, there is no abracadabra where you just change everything and it gets transformed. But what we aspire to is putting in place a process of change. And I really believe that this process has happened.
This is the sort of thing that was...
Yeah, these are the sort of divisions that have happened here, where the army, particularly actually the police force of the parliament, has tried to keep protesters from getting in parliament. And so there's been several quite violent interactions between protesters and the security of the parliament.
Really, in these
places? And it's led to some destruction.
So when the Prime Minister says he will not stand, he's going to hand it over. He's finished, he's done.
Yes.
Hariri says he's off. Yes, goodbye.
Yes, that's great. Every one of them that leaves is great because the Prime Minister represents a model of economic development that has failed the country.
Is there somebody waiting in the wings?
There are plenty of great people who are capable of taking power if there's enough political support from the grassroots to actually hold them and maintain them in power.
You've got to get them to power first. You've got to get them to power first.
Look, they have approached very competent people and asked them to be in government. And the conditions are usually that you have to go and talk to the existing political class and coordinate with them. And that's the problem. If you really want a change, a radical change, you need someone who's completely from outside the political class. If this is not feasible, you at least need to make sure that the people that are coming here can drive you through this transition period. You've got the IMF at your door, you've got a regional war possibly happening. You need to protect this country. It's not feasible to think we can keep business as usual. We're not functional. Lebanon is a patient that has cancer, and you're basically rushing that patient to the hospital, and as you're rushing the patient to the hospital, they have a heart attack, which is basically the financial crisis we're living. And you think it's terrible and you don't know what to do, and just when you think nothing worse can happen, you suddenly see a missile coming your way and you're trying to steer the ambulance away from it, and that's basically the regional condition. That's really where we are, and that's really one more reason why business as usual cannot go on.